With so many discussions on force flow and structure in your website and all over the place, I like to share with you this only within our group, our inner group. So I like to start this with a story. So after I learned so many years with my late Sifu Chong Choi, one time when I was practicing Xiu Lim Tao, because he always asked me, oh yeah, do Xiu Lim Tao. Let me see, let me check. I was doing with a big stance, okay, wide stance. I get screamed that night. He told me, how come you're so ignorant? Don't you know about the Qin Zhong? Qin is like fish. Zhong is like seed, like sesame seeds, you know, or pumpkin seeds, the seeds. So Qin Zhong mean actually is the seeds of the martial arts, or in today we said the DNA of the martial arts. Okay. And so I learned my lesson big time over there. Okay. Now, in order to talk about the Qin Zhong of the Wing Chun Qin, in my understanding, we need to go to Xiu Lim Tao, okay, or simply the part 1 of the Yikam Xiu Lim Tao over there, okay. So in order to go one step deeper, then you have to facing the Yiji Kam Yong Ma in the Yikam Xiu Lim Tao, or the Xiu Lim Tao sets, the Yikam Xiu Lim Tao, okay. And in order to understand this Yikam Xiu Lim Tao, the Yiji Kam Yong Ma of it, the Yiji Kam Yong Ma part, we need to know the central axis, which is the Yiji Kam Yong Ma try to develop, or the Yiji Kam Yong Ma is developing. So what the heck am I talking about the central axis? Okay, so this is what it is. For ancient Chinese art, be it from internal art or the opera, okay, the Chinese talk about a central axis, okay, so it's like between my Bai Hui to going through my Hui Ying to the middle of my both leg. Okay, so if I am a cylinder, this is a axis going, central axis going down in the middle of the cylinder. Okay, if my body is a cylinder. Okay, now that axis is very important because it is the center of free flow. Okay, which is within the 7 balls. So you have 7 balls is a physical, and you have this 3 flow within the 7 balls, and the center axis is the center of that. So that axis has to be developed. Okay, so if you model it, it's like, say the 7 balls, say it's like this coil spring, 7 of this coil spring. The 3 flow is within it. That has to be kept proper, and the center axis is whatever the axis in the middle of it. Okay? Now, that is an issue with Chinese terminology. If you listen to those the internal art guy like Tai Chi guy and so forth, they will say qi jing, qi and jing. Okay? What is this qi? Okay? Qi for Chinese can be breathing, can be the Mandarin, the qi in Mandarin flow, okay? Can be force, okay? So the Chinese call it qi, everything is qi. So right now we specifically analyze the thing, break it up to the 3 flow, the force flow, the breathing flow, the Mandarin flow. So we know breathing is up and down, okay? because our diaphragm is like this, is up and down. Force flow. Center of gravity is vertically going down, okay? And you have a action force and reaction force, so forth. This is the second flow. The third flow, the mind or the Mendelian flow. If you put the body this way, straight this way, in the body, human body, there is 14 channels which is flowing this way, vertically, okay? The 12 proper meridians and the Ren and the Du, 14 of them, okay? Now, so the central axis actually is in the middle of that three flow, which is within the seven balls. So that's how important it is. Okay. Now, if the axis is off, say for example, this way, the efficiency of using the force or the flow in the body will be not efficient. Somewhere is jammed. Okay, you do that. Or, for example, if this way is a proper, I have the central axis, but if I was twisted this way, then the flow in the body is not efficient. Okay. So what happens is that this flow has to keep in a smooth and in a balanced manner. Otherwise, it doesn't work properly. That's why in the Chinese internal art all do Zhanzhuang. Why do they need to do Zhanzhuang? Because they need to cultivate this three flow in the body so that it's smooth. So at any case, they know what is the smooth handling of it. And of course, also because of the Zhanzhuang, it align and it handle the seven ball, like aware and be able to do it, handle the ball dynamically. Because at the breathing, your body is not going to stand still. It moves accordingly. Okay. So this is all dynamic stuff. So this is why you need to do the Zhanzhuang to make sure all the balls is proper and make sure the flow is proper. Okay. Without this kind of training, you don't have it. So if you do it, you come on this way. Well, you already lock the whole thing up. Okay. Or you do it, try to do it this way or this way. That is off. So the axis is off. Okay. Now, so when we say capture center line, capture the opponent's center line, it is not just capture the center line. It is actually disrupt the center axis. Okay, so for example, if I get push this hand pressed down, but my axis is there, well, I can play you anything. But if my axis get twisted like this, well, it's very difficult for me to handle these situations because my axis is off already. So when it calls for disrupt or capture the center line, that's what it is. Okay. So center line is not for this is line drawing there. No, it is about the center axis. And if you have the balanced center axis, you always have the ability to issue force in different parts of your body. Okay. Now, one thing I want to mention about this, sometimes people call this what they call it the hammer and nail model on using force. Guess what? That model doesn't reflect this. That model actually is a model by the Yiquan guy. The Yiquan, like the Wang Xiangzai Yiquan. Hammer and nail. Somehow in Wing Chun, somebody took that model in. They don't know about the center axis. Okay? They are not doing the same thing with what we talk about the center axis. And for the center axis, you can go look at in the other internal art, including Chen Tai Chi and so forth. They all have this. They might look it in a different perspective, or a lot of time, like in Chen Tai Chi, they say the Dan Tian Qi, the Dan Tian have to be handled properly, the Qi have to handle properly. Those type of stuff actually is the central axis stuff. If you look at it properly, okay? Instead of looking at the terminology, see what they are trying to do, okay? Or how they want to fill in Qi in their body. When they say they want to fill in Qi, you know, oh, it's the tree flow. It needs to be have a smooth flow there, okay? Those kind of stuff. Now, finally, about Jing. So there's soft Jing and there's Fa Jing, okay? Issue force. What the heck are they? It's very simple. Soft Jing is just meaning that your body be able to handle the force flow in and out your body, down to the ground and so forth. Okay? In a gradual way, a smooth way. Fa Jing is involving accelerations, a sudden acceleration. That's called Fa Jing. Okay? So first you have to deal with the center axis. You have to deal with the the tree flow, and of course, you know, you need that 7 bowls handling, right? This is all on top of the 7 bowl handling. And then at that point you can receive, you can press forward. That's called soft Jing. Okay? But when you be able to accelerate, to issue up, that's called Fa Jing. That's all. Okay? I never understand why is this thing we need to go round and round, and I have to spend 40 years to confirm all this thing. You know, whatever we can talk about this less than 15 minutes. Okay, so this is for you guys today.